Hello Taurus, Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead. How are you? How are you, my bull gang? Thank you so much for showing up here as you've always been. I do appreciate you. Thank you for all the views on my last video. I appreciate that as well. And I'm so grateful for all of your comments and the ways that you love me, thumbs up, and booking appointments. Thank you for all of that. And if you are brand new, welcome, welcome. I hope you'll be in the comments if you have time to do that with us. We like to be there. We're kind of, the same ones that are in the comments all the time, so we're kind of getting to know each other, which is nice. So thank you very much for blessing me with your presence today. Thanks so much. All right, here we go, Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. When you find this reading, it's always going to be for the week ahead, Taurus. No matter when you find it. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Taurus, please. Tell me about this Taurus collective. I am your bully sister. I have a Taurus sun. All right. Tell us about the bull gang, please. It's coming up in the week ahead for Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. All right. Oh, freedom. George Michael just sung it in my ear. That's what it sounded like. It's freedom. I won't let you down. I won't. Wait a second. I won't let you down, and I will not give you up. I would really, really love to stick around. Oh, yeah. That's George Michael's song, Freedom. There might be some lyrics there for you. So we have freedom. You know what? I think that in the week ahead, you're pulling away from the pack. You know what? You're leaving the bullshit in the background. I feel like you're pulling away from the pack and taking your own path. I think you've had enough. I feel like you've had enough of everyone else making the decisions about what you're going to do in your life. I think it's a freedom you've given yourself, if I'm being honest. Bottom of the deck, we have relaxation. It makes you feel great. You've pulled away, and it feels like you've gone your own way. You let everybody go the way they wanted to go. Didn't tell them it was the wrong way, by the way. Just let them go and be themselves. And that's really unconditional love. When you let somebody be who they are, let them do their thing. But you know what? I gotta go. I gotta fly. I feel like you're different from all of the others. Yeah, but I feel like pulling away is giving you freedom to relax. It's like this group behind you here had a lot of drama attached to them. And I feel like, sometimes we don't realize we're deep in their drama until we are. Yeah, until it gets to be ridiculous, right? I feel like you're just leaving it behind. Like I feel as though life in freedom mode here is relaxing, as we saw on the bottom of the other deck. All right. Looks like you're spending some me time. I feel like you've broken away from a pack that's scattered. Like scattered in energy. I mean, this one talks about that one talks about this one when they go to the bathroom. I feel like you had enough of all of it. You're breaking free. We have purpose. You figured out your purpose, I think, Taurus. I know what I'm here to do. I don't think you're scared to go on your own path. You don't care who's following you. And I feel it's because you know what your purpose is. For a long time, you could have been in denial, though. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. So finding your purpose is a scary thing because once you see it, you cannot unsee it. And so there's no way that the universe is going to let you unsee it. The third eye is the third eye chakra is violet. It's like you've had a realization. There's also some green and blue, mostly green. In your heart, you know what you're here to do. Yeah. And it's not going to get accomplished by following the pack. You got to break away, I think. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. Okay. And I think the awareness is what brings the purpose. Like you finally understand your purpose. You feel like you're free to live your purpose. All right. Tell me more about Taurus, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. And that's the way it goes. You find, in life, you will get to a certain age where you're like, you know what, I've been following the pack for so long and they're not getting me anywhere. Yeah, it feels like somebody who's decided that the thing that they can do on their own is going to be within the purpose. I know what I'm here to do. Tell me about Taurus, please. All that glitters. Gosh. Taurus, you're seeing through all the crap. Yeah. That third eye is being cranked open, and I think it's a realization. And if you haven't had it yet, it comes in the week ahead, I feel, that you realize that everybody wears a mask. Look, we're all wearing masks. Until we realize who we actually are and become brave enough to be authentic, we're all wearing masks. I'm going to say that in the week ahead, somebody takes their mask off, Taurus. We got card number 16. In the tarot, the 16 is the Tower. I feel as though an illusion falls, so does a mask, and you see what actually does glitter, and which is fool's gold. I think there's a truth coming here because of this card number 16. What is that song? I'm hearing it in all that glitters, who is gold? What is that one? Da, da, I'm a rock star. Sorry. Okay, no. I can hear it, but I don't know who sings it. You could probably find it, though, if you needed to, by Googling the lyrics I just gave you. All that glitters is gold. It's a song from, they say, hey now, I'm a rock star. I'm bad with lyrics also. That's what I'm hearing in my head. I hear the chorus of all that glitters is gold. So I want to say that some sort of truth is coming to light. You're about to, some illusion that you had about something, a job, a way of life, a home. It feels like you have some sort of an awakening that you got to pull away from the pack. And I think that you pull away from the pack because you realize your purpose. And that third eye's open. It's cranked wide open. Yep. And you're seeing everything for what it is. We have the yang energy. The yin is feminine. The yang is masculine energy. It's in the future, exchanging gifts and time to nap. Exchanging gifts always tell me that we're going to be meeting face to face. And it's because the yang has reached out or pushed forward. The yang is the masculine energy. So whichever one you are in this reading, it feels like you are going to be exchanging gifts with somebody. It feels like you're going to be face to face with somebody, but after you see them, there's going to be a period of time where you don't speak. Time for a nap. It's like everybody goes to their corners, is thinking about what went down in that meeting or that conversation we had. Yeah. All that glitters. This is giving me a lot of energy here. Because when the tower falls, I always say when we get too close up to the tower, we think that's all there is, right? And when the tower falls, we don't realize that there's all of that space on the other side of the tower that we weren't seeing before. This is what it feels like. You're going to see who is made of gold and who is the fool's gold. We have the end of a tough cycle approaches. All right. Bottom of the deck is your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. You could be dealing with Capricorn. Look at that. We got the full moon and the new moon in Capricorn. So you definitely could either have Capricorn in the chart or you're dealing with a Capricorn. Let me get some tarot. Let's take a look at it here. Here we go, Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell us what the tarot has to say about Taurus. Tell us about freedom. I feel like the only way that you are going to be able to find your purpose, Taurus, is by pulling away from the pack. But I want to say that sometimes that's a lonely road. And I feel like you're in the loneliness of it. Because this bird is pulled away from everything. behind them. Everyone else that's in the flock here is pulled away, right? You have the Ten of Swords. Yeah, I really do feel like you've pulled away or like closed off relationships with like tough relationships. Like I think you're sort of in a purge, which is kind of what all the energies that are going on right now are all about. It's about change and transformation, and endings have to happen in order for new beginnings to come. And so I think that you have probably taken your own path, and I feel that intuitively you now know your purpose. And I also think that knowing your purpose here and knowing what you're here to do comes with a certain amount of self-awareness and clarity. And that's when you start seeing right through all the crap. You start figuring out who is wearing the masks and who actually is, the fool's gold. Who's the 24 carats and who is the fool's gold. Your purpose here is to gain confidence, is to stand up by yourself or learn to first be independent. So whether that's for the first time in your life or you've always been this person, I feel like this is the purpose. You know what you're here to do. You're here to grow, gain confidence, find your footing as an entrepreneur or building your own business, or, maybe the upper echelons of a corporate business, although I always see the Nine of Pentacles as an entrepreneur. So I feel like just listening, sorry. You're looking for reciprocity, though. Yeah, I wanna say when you get to this point in your life, Taurus, it almost feels as if the opportunities or options out there for love, if you're someone who is not dating right now, it gets harder and harder, right? Because you know that you don't want to date anyone who is less than Nine of Pentacles. That can be a difficult energy to be in, because if you don't know, this person is confident and driven. This person is disciplined. And they also love themselves. Like she's quite beautiful, takes care of herself. And you're going to, I feel like you're going to call in someone like this, but it feels like it's that that you're supposed to be waiting and practicing these things. So I think you are. I think that's what you're doing right now. You know that your purpose is to gain knowledge, learn lessons. These pentacles can be money, but they can also be wealth of knowledge, right? So whatever you're building, I feel like you're being, if it's not already showing success, that it's about to be quite successful. I think that it's in your gut and you know it already, though. All that glitters. Yeah, there's a conversation coming up here, Taurus, in the week ahead, I feel. And it feels like you are going to have some sort of a realization during this conversation with somebody here. There's a realization. This communication is bringing a tower. It's bringing upheaval and change. You're going to see some truths, that you maybe didn't want to see. Yeah, everything is crystal clear. The third eye is opening. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Because you're going to speak up. All right. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like when I see the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, for me, she's someone who is, gone in for self-care reasons. I'm now going to nurture me. I'm now going to build on me. I feel it's inward for the Queen. And so it makes sense now why you're showing up as the Nine of Pentacles here is under your purpose. Because you have to continue to build, whether that's building money or building great health or taking really good care of yourself, building stability in your life. And I feel like you're doing that in preparation of possibly ending up with someone who is just like you. And I was just saying, when you get to this spot, it's really hard to find people who are on this kind of level, kings and queens, right? There's a lot of knights, there's a lot of pages, but kings and queens, true kings and queens are hard to find. That's why as the Empress, we're told to take care of ourselves, right? Do this stuff, take care of ourselves, and then everything else will be added to you. We already know that someone is pushing forward because, yeah, the yang is on the back here. So there could be somebody here that is pushing forward in the future. Let's clarify just a little bit for you, Taurus. Tell me more about Taurus, please. Tell me more about Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Taurus, if you are interested in a private read, all the information you need is in the description. If that is your thing. All right, here we go. We have the Page of Cups. So it feels like there is some sort of, I think it's a realization. Like it feels like you're like, the Page of Cups is a message that comes in that makes something come to an end. But understand, I think it's a surprise to you. I think you surprise yourself about how you've gained this confidence, this composure, this place where you've created a world where you really don't need anyone else. I feel like the freedom, I feel as though you made a decision, like up in your head, you made a decision to end some sort of a cycle. And I think the cycle was always, I think it's always being there for emotional people, like for, allowing people to lean on you emotionally all the time. Maybe they pull you into their drama, and you only do it because you love them or because you want the best for them. I feel as though with the Ten of Swords here, it tells me that there was an ending here. You left the group. I feel like you still have love for the group, whoever they are, but I feel like for your own health, wellness, and best self, I think you had to pull away because you realized your purpose. But understand, I think your purpose is what's giving you all of these beautiful things with the Nine of Pentacles. It's not just about being single. There's so many things that are learned, so many doors are open, so much knowledge comes when you just are forced to do it on your own, not having anyone's help. We have the Queen of Swords. We have the Seven of Wands in the reverse. If it's going to be here, it might as well be reversed. Yep, it's a little bit of flexibility. I like it. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. So there is going to be some sort of conversation. Now, I feel as though this conversation is going to reveal a lot. There's going to be a lot of honesty and truth, being very authentic with each other. I want the facts. I want clarity. I need to know what's going on here. So there is going to be some sort of communication that comes in, I feel, that is going to ask you, can I speak with you? I really need to get some clarity. I think somebody is ready to speak queen to queen. Could be two queens. These are feminine leaning energies, but this could also be the energies of you and your person are matching in that. That's fine. You go ahead and be honest with me because I'm going to go ahead and be really honest with you. The person who is sending the communication is going to be very flexible because they're coming out of, I feel like when I say flexible, it's like they're going to be very sort of go with the flow with you. Somebody who's previously maybe stuck or very, very much about telling their own truth or my way or the highway kind of energy is not feeling as blocked off. They're not feeling as... feeling a little bit more flexible. I feel like there's this cycle has been a tough one all the way through for you, Taurus. From pulling away from a group to having realizations, to now being the Queen of Swords. Now you've liberated yourself and you're speaking the truth. You're inviting the truth to be spoken to you. I feel whatever's coming up with that all that glitters card is something spectacular and bad. Like it feels like it's something that is maybe a lie, or maybe a truth is coming out, something that you didn't know is coming out, and I feel like it represents that. But I also represents it in the respect of, I feel like it's something you're going to have to come to terms with. Yeah, because the Seven of Wands is here. It's like, be a little bit flexible as you see this truth coming forward and the mask drops. I'm not saying that you're going to see someone's lied to you. That's not what I'm saying. It could be the mask drops and someone is like ready to finally talk with you. This person, I think, has been in a really tough cycle. I think you have too. I think this whole thing has been tough, this cycle, and it's been going on for a long while. I think that what you were supposed to learn in this cycle is the Queen of Swords energy. I think you were supposed to learn to speak up, be confident. Tell me what's coming up in the week ahead. What's the challenge here? The challenge is going to be the Queen of Wands. Why is that? Because it's going to pull you off track. What is? The communication. The Page of Swords. There's a communication that's coming. I believe that's causing upheaval, change in your life. And it's going to pull you off track a little bit. So it's going to pull you out of your Groundhog Day, whatever it is that you do on the loop every day. Get up, eat breakfast, go to work, come home. You know what I mean? Like it's going to disrupt some things. There's communication coming here, the Ace of Swords. Somebody's made a decision. We've got two swords here. Somebody's made a decision, and in deciding so, I feel like they want to have some sort of communication with you. But I think we already knew that with the Queen of Swords. I felt that energy coming. Now, we also have the Queen of Wands here. This person is very, very attracted to you. There's very much a fiery charisma between you, I think. And this person, I think, is coming to explore that. Now, for some of you, it might be someone in the past, and for others of you, it might be someone who used to be your friend or who is your friend, and all of a sudden they've dropped the mask and now they're showing you the sunshine. Could be dealing with Leo. Yeah, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius also. Okay, I'm going to go into the extended. We are going to talk about... before we go, I'm just going to throw a couple cards on this communication here. For those of you who are wondering, communication about feelings, my friends. The Queen of Cups is here. We have the Two of Wands and the Nine of Swords. So somebody here has been holding themselves back from taking another path because they want to know how you feel first. They have feelings for you. They want to talk about going down, taking another path or an adventure in love. This person has been kind of worried that you don't want to speak with them. We're going to talk about that conversation when we go into the extended. We're going to talk about the end of this tough cycle here and why you pulled away from these people. Yeah, I don't think it was the worst thing you ever did for yourself. I'm just going to say closing chapters is always a healthy thing. If you feel it needs to be closed, it needs to be closed. You learn your karma, you learn the lessons. The circle completes itself and then you carry on to the Fool, right? It's not always the worst thing that things come to an end. No more towers. No more towers. It feels like after this communication, you're not going to have to worry about the surprises anymore. Because the tower's falling on the friendship. I feel like somebody here is going to give you a bit of an ultimatum. Should we stay friends or should we cross the line? Okay. I'm going to go into the extended. If you want to be there, please look in the description. It's the first link in the description. Thank you so much for being here and loving on me like I love on you. Thanks, guys. Be back soon. Bye-bye.